It's time for Faith and Finance with Drew Blazsik. Good morning to you, Drew. How are you this morning?
Doing doing really well. How about you guys?
Doing great. Just how about a little insight on that board meeting? So the whole AI thing is getting interesting, right? So you got shoe companies and their board meetings are saying, yeah, what about that new shoe line for the next spring? And they go, how about we shift gears altogether? How about we make cars? And somebody else said, no, I've got another idea.
Yeah, so there's a pretty crazy story that some people heard about. So right now it's involved in a company called Airbirds.
Airbirds.
I've never heard of them before.
No.
I don't know if you guys
I don't think anybody had ever heard of them before, but now everybody has heard of them.
So they built their brand selling eco-friendly shoes and apparel, but recently announced a major shift in their company. So I wonder what a company who makes shoes could shift to.
Yeah.
They're moving away from the business and pivoting into AI, artificial intelligence.
Wow.
I thought about that. It's like maybe on my LinkedIn account, I should have Drew Blazsik AI.
Yeah, right.
And all of a sudden, I'm going to get all these people don't want me to work for them. What's fascinating, what happened next was their stock price. I have it right here. It was $250 a share.
$250 a share.
And right when the announcement happened, it shot up to 20 to 24 a share.
Oh my goodness!
In a single day.
Based on nothing.
Other than the announcement. They have no experience in AI. They just said we're going to do AI, and then all of a sudden it jumped from 250 to 20 to 24.
1,000% increase, based on nothing.
On nothing. So. That's crazy. So one thing you got to understand, so AI is a powerful, important technology.
Right.
But we don't know what, is it over-exaggerated? Is it good for me just to send out some professional emails? Like, that's what, the majority of people use. And then you have that massive controversy of all the states are going to try to ban AI data centers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
So, but it's crazy that a company could just announce the name AI and it jumps up.
Right.
So it kind of makes you wonder what's real in this economy.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right. And is there, and this is the big question because you've brought it up before, our issue is debt, and the debt continues to build. Is there a cushion here? Is there a new economy that's available to us? And then also, I don't know if you saw this attached with Artemis, but this idea that there might be this gigantic pocket of resources up on the moon that we could have some access to if we get there first. It's a race to the moon again. That is unprecedented that we don't have on the Earth. That if somehow we could tap into, and this is NASA talking. This is the head of NASA talking about it.
Are you telling me we were at the moon when you said go there again? What?
Right. Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't mean to upset the conspiracy theorists, but
just clarify.
If we could get back there again and build that there would be some access to a pocket of resource that might give us a bounce back on the economy. Is this the kind of thing that could? I'm now talking.
I haven't heard too much about that. Yeah. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Is it more of a?
But on the AI side, is that a possibility? Even on the AI side, that there would be a bounce in the economy that would be sufficient to give you a shock back.
There's a couple ways to look at it. You have all those people that are talking about it could really help the economy, and then that massive fear out there with technology that no one's going to have any jobs.
Right.
We had technology, but you got to think about what is technology. By simplest definition, technology is an increase in the speed of information.
Right.
So if you think about my daily life and what I do as a professor, I'm able to do things at a more productive aspect of what I do. And not just that, you could what I do in my work now and what I set up through coding when I teach in finance, I'm actually spending a lot more time and doing more productive work.
Right.
So people say, and I would put that towards AI because I don't have to know coding, for example.
Right.
And now I could code in Excel. A lot of people don't know this, but you can do VBA. There's coding in Excel, which I have no business to do.
Right.
Now I can imagine it, and now I can go to AI and it produces the code for me.
Yeah.
So, I don't fear it. It's a transfer of information that's much quicker. I think it's a good thing on an individual basis. I just think it's overblown to some extent of what it can do. And I think there's a lot of fear out there. I don't really have that fear on it. But I wanted to reach a couple things about this, that the Catholic economic thought, there's a long-standing concern about the distinction between productive economic activity tied to the real goods, real services, and ultimately flourishing on the human person. That when this shoe company switched to AI, it's not based on anything real right now. Right. And I think that's such a scary thing that we should step back and say, what's going on with our economy? Because I don't know if this, we've talked about it before in the show, but is there a time in history that a word got brought up and it bloomed up to something?
Right.
Can you think of anything? Right. Tulip Mania.
Oh,
do you guys remember that?
Mania, yes.
So you can compare this to Tulip Mania, that back in the 1600s in the Netherlands, tulips became incredibly popular.
Yeah.
And they went far. So people purchased derivatives off of it. The assumption I'm going to own it into the future. So the contracts to purchase a tulip exploded. A tulip, a flower.
Wow.
It exploded so much that it was more than a house. So I think the average house back then took about 17 to 15 years to pay off through your wages. They cost more than that.
Wow.
It blew up that much.
Did.
A tulip did. But what happened was the tulips became so crazy and insane. So just the name of tulips, remember, you're not buying the tulip, you're buying a contract that I could have a tulip because they didn't have the tulip at the time.
Right.
So it's the same thing in our economy with derivatives of credit default swaps, all these different things that you can bet on. So, but the question is the tulip really there for the real economy?
Right.
No, it was a bubble. You can't do anything with a tulip. It was a trading mechanism that people thought they can do a get-rich scheme.
Right.
So then the same thing happens here. And you got to understand about AI companies that what they're doing is they're going to another company, a tech company, and they're giving them debt, and the money's going around circular, and it looks like they're raising money, but the same money that the one tech company gave the AI company is going back to the actual AI company, and it's so it looks like they're raising tons of capital. It's just going right back into it. So the question is it productive?
Right.
That's the question. If it's not productive, it's like Tulip Mania.
Yeah.
And what we don't know, were there 300 to 500 people actually making shoes? That we don't know. But if there were, well, there aren't 300 to 500 people making shoes anymore because they're not making shoes. They're doing AI. And people who are making shoes aren't doing AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so
shoes is part of the productive economy.
Yeah,
you're
shoes
actually making
need.
a thing, right? Yeah.
That's when we say the real economy. That's like shoes. That's like a house, clothing, food. Those are the important things. When you start producing things that you don't need or producing things that are imagined, that's not the real economy. And I feel like that's when you see the economy is like. And here's the thing. I could say this, and then someone goes, "Oh man, I'm going to pull out." Let's say the market.
Yeah.
But the market could go up the next 5 years.
Right.
Like you just don't know. But the thing is, if it's a bubble, eventually it's going to have to recorrect itself.
Right.
And through our monetary system, the booms and busts are exaggerated beyond anything. So once you have all this money flooding into an actual topic like AI, you're going to have this massive boom, and then it has to correct.
Right.
The market never lies.
Right.
So it has to correct itself.
Yeah,
The
that's
correction
one thing
on this
that
could
has
be-
to happen each time.
Right. The correction on this could be a little scary, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I love this line. So history doesn't repeat itself exactly, but it does rhyme.
Oh.
And sometimes it rhymes through tulips, and now it through AI.
Yeah,
when it does that. But yeah. So I think we got to be very careful with that. And as Catholics, let's look at the productive economy. Let's get back to the real economy.
This Airbirds could be the canary in the mine, right?
Yeah.
I just said that because it sounded smart. I don't even know what it means,
I like
to be
that.
honest with you. But somebody smarter than me could make sense of that. No, but it really could be. I mean, this could be, watch it. See what happens with it.
But what happens to all those laid off Oompa Loompas that were making shoes?
Yeah,
that don't
right.
have anything to do.
Yeah, I mean, but seriously, now the shoes may be being made somewhere else, which would be my assumption, not here in the U.S., so might not affect our employees here, but it's affecting somebody. Somebody was making those shoes.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody bought those shoes, but it's just crazy. Put that AI name there, and it
Yeah.
blows up.
That's wild.
Crazy.
Drew Blazsik, you always amaze. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend.